because they can't get any other. So then they take on whatever is available to them. So do they start looking at each other a little differently? Do they have a little difference to their walk? Do they start looking at the pigeons?
I like your comb.
Nice waddle. Keep it on the rooster down low.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, I mean, are they now in the closet? Is this going to change the way that things are done at Purdue? I mean, is my chicken going to taste any different? Is it now going to... Is it now going to start tasting like frog? Or what's the deal here?
Packaged with its own Astroglide.
Wow.
Sorry, folks.
It's been marinating.
But like where, if they can only be on the property for 10 days, where are they the rest of the 354 days? Is where I would.
So apparently you cannot.
They got to bus them in.
You can't own chickens and roosters.
Right, you can only own chickens.
Well, somebody owns the roosters.
Well, you can only own
cohabitate.
You can only own roosters 10 days a year.
What if they're impotent? What if they're impertinent? That's those big chickens that thing stays impertinent.
Is there rooster Viagra?
Well, I think they don't need Viagra. They need saltpeter. They need something to, tone it down some for those.
Saltpeter?
Do you not know what saltpeter is?
I do, but I'm pretending that I don't.
What is saltpeter?
Saltpeter is, back during the times of, say, the Revolutionary War. Yes.
In the service,
saltpeter is to kill your libidos, often given to military men who are away from female companionship to keep their... What are you adjusting?
My mic stand just rose.
It is to kill the libido of typically men in the service when they are supposed to be thinking of other things, and that is what saltpeter is.
From being in the service, trust me, when you have projectiles flying at your head, it's the last thing you're thinking about.
Well, it's not necessarily while you're in the heat of combat. It is when you are on some dreary post where you got nothing better to do.
Well, now they have women in the service now.
That they do.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but that's frowned upon, fraternizing amongst...
Yeah, it is. That's why they have women on ships now.
That's
the only reason, apparently.
Well, absolutely, to keep focus. What? Yes.
No.
Okay.
All
right.
Maybe.
Since we're on a
abrupt end to that topic.
I'm just admiring the way that you're leaning the microphone against your chin, and it's just. Yeah, well, it was just.
It has a
sitting
smiley face on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you starting to get a dimple in your chin the way that...
That's his own mic now.
Yes. This will be Kenny's mic. But no, it's sort of like a, I'd say microphone rest right there. I mean, that's what the dimple in the chin's for, right?
Right. That's what we're going to go with.
Okay.
Is that what your dimple's for?
No, that's not a dimple. That's a dent.
I gotta give you that. Hey, did you see the bruising? I'm sorry.
It's more of a
cock rest.
It's more of a split right now, but all right. Since we're keeping it on a male level here, we have some surprising uses for beer. So get your pen and paper out, and we have some surprising uses for beer, other than a substitute for, what was it? What kind of salt?
Saltpeter.
Saltpeter. That's what they use now. They use lots of alcohol. Does the same thing. Unless you're buying the Royal Brew that they're selling in London that has Viagra in it.
Yes.
Yes, 7.5% alcohol with Viagra in it. So if you drink
It's like Four Loko.
if you drink 3 beers, it's the equivalent of taking 1 Viagra pill. Okay, but it's
But if
kind
you're so drunk that you don't know that you have a 4-hour
Thank you.
priapism,
Yes. Yes, thank you. A priapism. That is correct. That is the correct terminology. That is that warning that if you have an erection for longer than 4 hours, that is called a priapism, and you do not want to know how they release it.
But this now explains why, what Dee was speaking about earlier, about the royal couple having to procreate within 18 months of their wedding. This explains why that they're
I
putting
don't think
Viagra.
it's mandated. It is the average time from a royal wedding to first royal child is 18 months. It is they are expected to produce quickly.
Well, that's probably why they're throwing Viagra in the beer now over in London.
So everybody else can have a shot at her? In case Wills can't come through, or what?
Let me tell you, I know a couple people here in the Luzerne County area that would like a shot at her, too.
Huh?
I don't know. Go ahead with your beer. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sobering up.
You can use beer to boost your hair's bounce.
Oh, okay.
You can.
Yes. If you
What if I pour it on my boobs?
it will boost your hair's bounce.
Just don't tweeze.
Yes. Your boob hair will bounce. Congratulations, Dee. If you happen to rinse your hair with a flat, warm beer after you shampoo and condition and wash and rinse, you can rinse your hair with a flat beer and it will boost the bounce.
With a flat beer?
With a flat, warm beer, the way they drink it over in Europe.
Okay.
You can use it for getting coffee and tea stains out of your rug. Or off the,
And your house will smell forever like a frat party.
or off the bottom of your computer.
If I've got coffee and tea stains on my rug, I got bigger problems than limp hair.
Boy.
What?
None.
Okay.
Evan.
Honey,
Yes.
did you take your meds?
It is
Anne-Marie
that
knows what I'm
time.
talking about.
I think her
Explain to me
I think
later.
her medication alarm just went off.